Egypt, 2500 BC. Under a leaden heat, the silence is broken by the rhythmic grinding of massive sledges and the synchronized chanting of 20,000 men. For centuries, we have been told a lie. A vision of slaves agonizing under the lash of a whip to erect mountains of stone. But the sand tells a different story. In 1990, at the foot of the Giza Plateau, the earth revealed a complex truth. Skeletons with expertly healed bones, remains of prime beef cuts, and payroll records dating back 4,500 years. These weren't the remains of prisoners, but of a prestigious workforce, fueled by a devotion that went far beyond mere labor. You see, for these men, they weren't just stacking 2.3 million blocks of stone, they were constructing a machine to defy time itself, a catalyst for the divine. Today, we step into the footsteps of these shadow builders to understand how mere mortals, united by a sacred vision, accomplish the impossible. To understand why thousands of men agreed to move mountains, we must understand their worldview. To the ancient Egyptian, death was not an end, but a transition. The Pharaoh was the incarnation of Horus on earth. Upon his death, he became Osiris, the judge of the dead. Their belief centered on the Ka, a vital force that absolutely had to reunite with its physical body to achieve immortality. The pyramid was not merely a tomb, it was a resurrection machine, a catalyst for divinity. Ensuring the pharaoh's eternity meant ensuring the cosmic balance of all Egypt. Ma'at. Building the pyramid was an act of national devotion, a sacred project that united peasant and prince in a shared destiny. The idea that the pyramids were built by 100,000 starving slaves is a historical invention. We first owe this to the Greek historian Herodotus, who, writing centuries after the events, interpreted the stories through his own biases. Hollywood later etched this image into the collective imagination. However, recent archaeological evidence, notably the work of Mark Lehner and Zahi Hawass, tells a different story. In 1990, workers' tombs were discovered at the foot of the pyramids. A slave would never have been buried with such honors, so close to the king's eternal dwelling. These men were respected citizens. The site operated under a corvée system, a labor tax that every household owed to the state. In exchange, workers were fed, housed, and clothed by the pharaoh. For many peasants, it was an opportunity to serve the divine during the flood season, when their fields were unusable. In the shadow of the monuments, a true industrial city has been unearthed. This city was organized with military precision. There were massive dormitories capable of housing up to 2,000 temporary workers, but also more comfortable quarters for permanent artisans and their families. The food logistics were colossal. Excavations have revealed astronomical quantities of cattle, sheep, and goat bones. It is estimated that approximately 21 oxen and 23 sheep were slaughtered every day to feed the workforce. These men ate high-quality meat, fresh emmer bread, and drank a thick, nutritious beer that served as a caloric staple. It was a micro-society featuring bakeries, breweries, and metallurgy workshops to sharpen the copper tools that constantly blunted against the hard limestone. One of the most spectacular discoveries of the last decade is the Diary of Merer, a 4,500-year-old papyrus. This document provides a direct look at the site's management. Merer was an inspector who led a team of 200 men. His diary details how they transported blocks of fine limestone from the Tura quarries to Giza by boat. The Egyptians were masters of water. They dug artificial canals to bring the Nile as close to the construction site as possible. During the annual flood, the water level rose, allowing massive barges to unload stones almost at the foot of the pyramid. For the 50-ton granite blocks from Aswan, located over 800 kilometers to the south, the effort was titanic. These stones were reserved for the king's burial chamber. Their transport on the Nile, followed by their traction across the sand, remains one of the greatest feats of pre-industrial engineering. How do you move such blocks without wheels? The Egyptians used wooden sledges, but pulling a 10-ton block over dry sand is nearly impossible. A wall painting in the tomb of Jehutihotep reveals the secret. A man is seen at the front of the sledge pouring water onto the sand. Modern physicists have proven that wetting the sand in the correct proportions reduces friction by half. This prevents sand from bunching up in front of the sledge, creating a firm surface upon which the wood glides with surprising fluidity. And what of the precision? The base of the Great Pyramid is aligned to the 4 cardinal points with an error of less than 1/10 of a degree, Without a compass, they used the stars, tracing perfect circles in the night sky to find true north. Each block was fitted with such finesse that a razor blade often cannot pass between two stones. The pyramids are not the product of a miracle or outside intervention. They are the product of organization, patience, and sweat. They are a testament to what a nation can achieve when united by a common vision, however mystical it may be. The men who built these stone giants suffered. Their skeletons show signs of severe arthritis and compressed vertebrae, but they also left an indelible mark on the face of the world. They were not anonymous slaves. They were the friends of Khufu, the builders of eternity. Looking at these stones today, we see more than just a royal tomb. We see the reflection of our own capacity to defy time and gravity. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the hidden wonders of the past. The world is full of these forgotten masterpieces of history and science, simply waiting to be rediscovered. If you enjoyed uncovering the truth behind the construction of the pyramids, don't forget to follow us and show your support. It helps us bring more of these incredible stories to life. We want to hear from you. Which historical mystery or engineering marvel would you like to explore next? Let us know in the comments below. See you in the next video.